Starting, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we are getting ready. I don't know why I'm talking like Total Biscuit. I was watching the co-optional podcast earlier, and now I was doing the impression before we actually went live, so that was pretty funny. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the co-optional podcast. I am Total Biscuit, and with me is Doja. Hello, I'm Doja. I don't know why everybody's speaking British accent. Um, all right, and with me is Doja. Oh, I'm Doja. I laugh. I see that, and I'm quite impressed with the ability of our live streams now, because we'll get into it as far as how the evolution of YouTube itself, and you know
Yeah.
many things. So, all right, so I'm going to share this, and this is a part. Oh boy, this is like the behind the scenes stuff you guys don't see. That's going to be included in the show. All right, and we're gonna set it on Twitter, and then Ice. All right, probably got your tag wrong. It's quite all right. All right, we're gonna share this on Facebook. Facebook. All right, and that's the way we do it, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. I should have actually played this music while we were goofing around and talking about,
Yeah.
because it's normally the bed. All right, so I guess I can do my welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to DICAST, second show we've done live, and that's enough of
You
that.
can't see me. You can't see me, but I'm actually bobbing my head to the music.
It's bobbing your head, because I don't know if you guys can see this. We can probably switch over just to his dominant camera, so it's kind of creepy that we're talking to a young slender man. This is
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
I got a whole story about that costume.
So yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Diecast. We're gonna try to see if we can keep this A live for the most part, B on Fridays when I'm mostly available, and C we're gonna try to, while Joe is very busy, because right now we're in the fall season. So The Walking Dead premieres this Sunday, and that's Phil's bread and butter. If you guys haven't checked out the Friends of Phil YouTube channel, please go check it out right now. Go throw a subscribe. That's our main channel, over 10,000 strong. And yeah,
Woo.
so they're going to be doing that, and they're also going to be covering Westworld and whatever shows actually come up in the fall. But currently, right now, our two major shows that the Friends of Phil, the House FOP, covers is The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. Is there's this kind of like open area, like it's kind of like a dead area, dead space, where there is neither show playing, so it is helped through during the summer. I think during the summer, Phil and me or Joe or Steph would be doing live reactions. We would be watching a movie on Netflix and syncing it up, so you're allowing the audience to participate and be able to watch it with us and goof around. More or less, we were trying to do a mystery science theater 3000. You being a young YouTuber, are you familiar with the Mystery Science Theater 3000?
I've heard of it before, but I'm not actually, I'm not familiar with it. I've never actually watched it, but I've heard about it a lot on YouTube. Like, I don't know why, but people, like, when they mention Bill Nye the Science Guy, they always mention that too, like alongside with it. So
That's
I don't,
quite
yeah, like a couple of times that I've heard about Mystery Science Theater, they mention it like, oh, I used to watch that, and I used to watch Bill Nye the Science
Oh,
Guy. So
okay, yes, because those two were quite popular in their heyday, as they would say. So because I think that probably when you were a young child, it probably happened. By the way, if you guys don't know, I actually didn't give a proper introduction to our guest. Our guest today is YouTube channel. We just lost the bottom border. That's quite all right.
oh
We're
man.
gonna keep it going on. It's quite all right. Popular, very young YouTuber. by the name of DigitalIonSpace.
What's up?
Oh,
What's up, guys?
so where do you hail from?
I hail from the majestical, what the fuck? The majestic land of Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. So what is it like having your life?
My life, well, I
Having
mean, at this
life.
having my life, it's like I'd say I live a pretty good life. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I have a lot of fun, and with the things that I do and the plans that I have, it's pretty diverse, and especially like with my YouTube channel, the whole thing with like, the man behind the mask, it adds another layer of, things. It just makes it so much more interesting, to interact with people when they don't know who you are, compared to like the people who actually know who I am. It's like living that double life. It's really fun. I really enjoy it a lot. It's interesting, man. It's cool.
That's this is a bit of a follow-up question in regards to being a YouTube content creator and living inside Puerto Rico. What is it
Okay.
like to be those two? Like, is there a lot of are there a lot of YouTube content creators from Puerto Rico who actually they do their stuff right there? Because along with being in there and along with being part of the YouTube gaming and commentary scene, you also have not shown your face. And the
Yeah.
YouTube content creators who don't show their face are recently declining.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't show my face, but I stopped doing that thing like with commentary channels that they just always show the gameplay. But I try to switch it up by doing cam videos with the mask on, and because I feel like I can like express myself more because I play a cartoony character and people like find it really entertaining, and it's sort of a way for me to unwind and just to have a lot of fun with it. It's so much more different when you're behind a mic and a gameplay video than in front of the camera, because you actually really have to sell it. And I really like that. I like putting on that character. And with your question about other Puerto Rican content creators, I'm part of like a little community, and honestly, Puerto Rican content creators aren't that big. Like most like video content creators that are big, that I know of, is a Viner, and he actually studies at my university, which is funny enough. Never met the guy, but I'm not really a fan of a lot of Puerto Rican content creators. Actually, I don't sit with the humor. There are a couple of them that I get along with, that I'm friends with, like Liquid Nebula. I don't know if you've seen them, like the interactions that I have with them on Twitter. Sometimes, yeah, you've seen them. Yeah, they're awesome. I've gotten to meet them, and I'm actually trying to branch out a little more because I like to be part of both communities. It's like No Fuckers, No Fuckers. He's not part. I haven't seen him interact a lot with that Russian, YouTuber community. He's just trying to stick to the USA, but I'm trying my best to pander to both because I don't know if you've seen like my reggaeton music video, which I do in Spanish. I've never, I don't do a lot of videos in Spanish, but I want to do more of that because first of all, I like it. I'm proud of my heritage, and it's a lot more fun too. I like to switch up things and keep it refreshing. So
True.
yeah.
So, speaking as far as being able to like no fuckers and all the other different YouTubers, and you're trying to say that you're branching out and in regards to commentary, it just made me think about like that whole entire joke that we were actually talking about while planning this show. It'd be like like
Oh yeah.
be like hiding my chin from my. Hey guys, Cyber Hitler here. We're gonna
I literally do not have a chin. Okay? Fucking Keemstar, this
fucking
46-year-old man who could be my dad, is fucking like making
fucking
videos about me
dirty.
on Twitter.
If you guys don't know who we're talking about, we're talking about Leafy is here. He's a very popular YouTuber,
Oh
and
boy, is he.
and things that we have in common, me and Digital Ion Space. We both listen to one particular show, and that's actually how we connected. We're fans of the Double Toasted network. It's a
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's a live community, live group. It's a private live broadcast from their membership site, and you're able to listen to the audio for free on SoundCloud. That's Double Toasted. They originally were spill.com. They're still a movie review site, but they also do other color like call-in shows and whatnot. But we were able to meet each other on that fan group thing on Facebook. But also we know a lot about YouTube culture. I wouldn't say that we're YouTube. I made a joke. I was like, I'm a YouTube historian, and I can battle wits with you, the young audience, because I think that making the joke about Keemstar and Leafy, it seems like the same correlation between you and I in regards to the age thing, because you know you're the perfect age for a YouTuber in regards to an up and coming YouTuber, because you're still a young kid. You're developing a lot of great funny content. You're also
Thanks, man.
you're taking your face out of it and creating a very, I wouldn't say fantasy, but you're creating a caricature of yourself, or a cartoony version that it allows the audience to focus on the entertainment or the content itself, instead of looking at you, who it like the individual. Because quite
Hmm.
honestly, there are certain factions. There are people that show their face in their one area, and the other guys that just choose to do all their content and let it speak for themselves without showing it, whether they be commentary or video games. You have H2O Delirious, who I'm pretty sure he's never
Yep.
shown his face. Uh,
Nope.
there
I've still searched to this day, and that motherfucker right there, he is persistent.
there is
Like,
H2O Delirious face reveal. There are other people like Lyric on Twitch, who's rarely, I probably, if not, shown his face, because they are just concerned about like creating content. Not Leafy, Lethal Frag on Twitter talked about just focusing on content, and if you want to be successful, he goes, "I'm not an inspirational speaker." I'm paraphrasing, but he's talking about not being a inspirational, saying like these are the 3 or 5 steps to success. You just gotta, I'm not. It's almost like saying, like me saying, um, I'm not going to tell you exactly the steps that it's going to take to become successful, but I can tell you that successful people do not worry about the money and becoming famous. They just produce great content, and great content consistently will lead to success. So
that's very true. I'd have to agree with that because, like, I'm gonna speak for like from personal experience. I'm gonna get like really like down to earth and real, like with you and the audience.
bring it.
When I started YouTube, I started it because not only because I wanted to do it for fun, but I also wanted to make it like a job, for myself. I wanted to make it into a career because I saw all these other people making these videos, and I was thinking, holy shit, I could do that. I love, I love film, and I've already dabbled with, video production, personally. So maybe I could do this. And it's true, you can't really go into YouTube expecting making like, like getting that viral video right off the bat and making that, ad revenue, because I've been doing for YouTube for 2 years. And I remember this is actually really funny. I remember there was this new channel that came up. I don't know if you know him. He's called Astrozist. Have you heard of him? He's got like 70K. Well, yeah, check this out. Okay, so this guy, he releases these like dank meme, like really well edited videos in like a really short amount of time. It's really impressive. And
Assist.
so yeah, Astrosist with a Z. So I check out his videos. I like his content. I subscribed to him when he was at 2,000 subs, and then I unsubscribed because the content was just, it was too dark. It was too dark into that area where I was like, I don't really need this like negativity, even though if it's a joke. So I'm good. I respect the guy. He's doing well for himself. 2 months passed, and I, out of curiosity, I check his channel, and he's at 70K in 2 fucking months. And I've been doing this for 2 years, and I'm still like almost at 300. You
Yeah,
know?
well, drama sells. I would have to say. I think that drama and a lot of negativity go hand in hand with commentary videos, because um, I believe that the gray line between criticism and ranting or making fun of a particular content, it kind of guides them or guises them, like kind of hides them, and inside fair use. Because I believe that the whole entire in my opinion, I believe that the Fair Use Act that allows people to use certain clips, whether it be from movie or TV shows, to review stuff. I think that that's okay. I think that's what the Fair Use Act was for. But being able to use certain things from other people's video or whatever to tear them apart, it seems it's like I think you're just doing it just because you know the drama or I wouldn't say picking on people, but I would have to say that I don't even know. Oh, I just pulled a Markiplier. I just pulled a Markiplier.
Look,
I don't
I see what you're getting at. Like when back in the day, well, not back in the day, but that one time where Leafy made fun of that dude who had a sorry, that dude who had like I think it was autism or
yeah,
something.
call me NYC. He was on,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
That was a fucking mess. And I think that's why like I unsubscribed to Leafy because of that too. Because I just couldn't take it anymore. He's such a fucking dipshit asshole. I really don't like when people like just go out of their way to just trash other people and then fucking make money off of it. And then they use that, they use that getaway saying it's satire, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's that I think that more than ever, hiding under the guise of fair use is it's not criticism in regards to making fun of something, but it's more or less trying to hide the I guess tearing apart somebody or bullying in the guise of satire because there's it's subjective. It's how would you say that? It's subjective. Like, this is okay, but that's not okay. But for what you think is okay and not okay could be different from mine. So, yeah, but regardless, people make, I guess, toxic content because they know it sells. Drama sells. That's why TMZ
Yeah.
is still around.
Yep.
And it's just it's crazy. Oh, by the way, we you asked me exactly that what's that girl? The girl that they mentioned during the baited podcast.
Yeah, Haley Baby, I think is her
Haley
name, right?
Baby. Yeah, Haley Baby is I'll explain to you. Haley Baby,
Okay.
a bright-eyed live streamer on Twitch. She's pretty cute. I think I ran into her during PAX East. I was
Okay.
kind of I'll be honest with you, this is probably gonna sound pretty horrible. But when I was watching, she put a video out on YouTube saying my relationship with Leafy.
Oh
And
shit.
I was I was kind of, I don't know what it was just felt weird because it's seeing her talk. I've always seen pictures and everything, but seeing her in a face cam video talking about it and just droning on about Levy, it's just like it was just very jarring. It's like
Yeah.
should you really be doing this? And I think that comes back to the whole hey, anything for views. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Even though this is private, or we can just glance on certain examples and then we can move on. We got Joey Salads.
Oh
Last video.
boy.
You have people who are literally. I think that. Oh man, that's the one thing I worry about. I think that I'm finding it hard to nail down and explain, guys. The audience, you guys, you're probably like, oh, you guys just sound like TikTok. It just sounds like a guy who's just droning on and talking about nothing. It's like talking at your ass. Okay, let's see if I can sum this up. Drama sells on YouTube, and you can make a good living making commentary videos, especially if you're pointing out the people whose shortcomings may be humorous. And I think that along with that, people divulging any of their personal and private information, whether it is the, I guess, personal stuff as far as showing your unmentionables, like the girl that Pyrocynical had a problem with.
Oh yeah.
Doing the videos and saying Twitch needs me and everything. It's just, I don't think that she understands exactly what she's in for. Also, people like Haley Baby talking about private things that her and Calvin did. Calvin is Leafy is here. I think that that's in bad taste, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Me being a
Yeah.
content creator and just a your general audience, because
I mean, don't you think that she's probably doing it like for the shock value, right? Because like you said, it gets views, it gets the attention.
Absolutely, it gets views because it's that shock value, because you don't expect somebody to do this. And plus, she's thinking that if she divulges this stuff, she's drawing a line in the sand where saying, I'm not part of anything. But you're just adding to that situation and problem.
Exactly.
You're rehashing the photos and everything that were on Twitter. You're sharing private DMs. And as Keemstar said, you don't break the golden rule. Rule. I think that that's just really weird to hear somebody talk about somebody's private life on YouTube for monetization. Because once you do that, now your audience, whether they be good or bad, toxic or fan, like super fan, they now have that information on you. And that allows you to be less private when you may meet them in public. So it's it's that sacrifice. Why I go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's why I appreciate you and your content, because the fact that you have steered clear away from showing your face on your videos, just because your private life is your private life, and what you produce.
I've actually talked a little bit about my private life, but I just try to do it in the best taste possible. Like, you remember on my Indie Fest video, I talk about what happened with that chick, and I have another video where I talk about stealing my mom's car, which is true. I did. I don't know if you saw it, but
not specific, so that's good. It's not.
Yeah, like what happened in that video with me taking my mom's car and taking this chick out. What happened in that situation was way more explicit than what happened at the Indie Fest. But I did it, you know, I didn't give anything away. I just said I did this, and then, you know, things between us got heated, and that was it. That's all I said. Like, I don't have to give in the details because the people can make it out. And I think if I say it, then I just like a dumbass and an asshole at that. Because if I tell people, like, what if it was Leafy saying, oh yeah, I was with Haley Baby and I fucked her in the ass, you know? It's like, you know, why do you need to be, you know, such a vulgar pig, you know? If you're gonna give out like a little bit of personal details just, you know, because you want to give leeway, you know, to your audience and shit, you have to do it with good taste, I think.
I think that that all comes down to morality on YouTube, which is absolutely
non-existent.
Jinx, you buy me a Coke. But I think that we can wrap that up. We could go on and on and on about that. I think that we can battle on wits, because we share the same likes and dislikes in regards to our YouTube channels, preferences, as being both content creators and both, you know, big fans of certain people or relevant people. The one that I want to move on to is the Baited podcast. And I think it's an anomaly where you have so polar opposites. You have one like guy in the middle, which is Tommy. But then you have polar opposites, which is Colossal is Crazy. And then you have DJ Keemstar.
The fucking gnome, the rat.
Yeah. Keemstar is a rat. I just love Colossal is Crazy. I hope he never shows his face. Because
yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
I think that I've really appreciated that. And I think that hearing Daniel Keem as himself on a podcast is very revealing, because you get to understand why he does certain things or what makes him angry, or I find myself relating to him. And the fact that he was talking about one particular event, and he's like, you don't know anything about YouTube history in regards to like Philly D, but then he brings up Shay
Carl.
Yeah, Shay Carl and the Shay Talks. And I was like, wow. I was like, that is a deep cut. That is a very, very old channel that I actually used to watch from time to time. And it was really interesting. And then the fact that Keemstar was like, he's the one who created the video blog. And I'm like, holy shit, I think he's right. He's the one who created the first YouTube partnership. Holy shit, you're right. He created Maker. and then he sold Maker to
Really?
Disney.
I didn't know that.
J.
Holy
Carl
shit.
is a multi-millionaire now. And I remember the
Damn.
video where he called into a radio show that was all about fixing your debt. And he called and he was so excited to say, I'm free of debt now. And he worked his ass off for it. And I'm like, wow, and thinking about it, that's what was popular when I was your age on YouTube.
Man, by that time, I remember that. Man, I was such a little kid. What I would watch was Shane Dawson and Ray William Johnson back when they were like, man, those were the days. YouTube was so different back then too. Like the cat videos and the fucking remixes, like the guy who said hide your wife, hide your kids. Man, like old school YouTube is nothing like what it is now. It's so much different. Yeah, because it's like it also has to do with the thing that like there's so much white noise on YouTube now because everybody's trying to hop on like I can make videos and I can make money. You know? It's like and originality is kind of like out of the gate too if you think about it.
It's much like rap or any kind of music genre like stadium country music or any
Yeah. That's so true. It's like a Little Yachty and Little Uzi and Little Wayne and everybody's got Little in their name.
Everyone's copying Dierks Bentley or whatever. And I swear to God, I challenge you, the audience, to turn on your local country music station and listen to it for about an hour and tell me that you don't think every song they play is the exact same song. It sounds exactly the same way.
True. I totally agree with you. That I can never listen to country music, man.
Because my family is a huge country music fan. I would have to say my stepmom in particular. And when she leaves the dog out to go do things, like she locks up the dog, she'll put on radio, but then she'll just put on country music. So when I'm going upstairs to go get certain things, I will hear the country music song or fixing like a sandwich. And they all sound the exact same way to the point where I laughed my fucking ass off when I heard Bo Burnham do his country music parody song. Have you heard it?
No, but I'm interested now.
It is unbelievable. I can't play it due to, don't want to get flagged for copyright or content ID, but I will send it to you guys. Well, you go search it on YouTube, you guys, the audience, but I will send that to you, Mr. Space.
All right.
Thoughts on Baited Podcast?
Okay, so I actually didn't know about that. I didn't know about Baited whatsoever. It's just that I was like going through YouTube and it was like in the recommended section and I saw that they were doing it with H3H3 and it had Leafy in the title. So I was like, this shit is going to be good. This is going. So I had like an entire free hour. I listened to the whole thing and I was surprised at how civil, I mean, as civil as they can, having Keemstar and Ethan on there when they disagree on a lot of stuff. And they were talking about Leafy. And when they ended the podcast saying, we're going to have Leafy on the next video and that Keemstar was going to be there, I was like, holy shit, this is going to be lit as fuck. So when I saw the Baited Podcast with Leafy and Keemstar, I was like, okay, they're keeping it cool. But then from some point on, they just lost their shit. They started yelling at each other, wouldn't let them finish each other's sentences. And honestly, I feel like I didn't agree with neither of them. Like Leafy and Keemstar, they're both arguing in a way like it felt like they were trying to grasp at straws to me. Like the points that they made just made absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. And they were acting like kids, like kids in the playground fighting over who wants to go on the jungle gym next. I don't know.
Daniel Keemstar is he takes a lot of stuff too personal. He takes everything to heart and you can absolutely hear it. I'll tell you guys in the audience who's ever watching, if you've ever seen the Baited Podcast, you've ever listened to the Baited Podcast, and you've heard Daniel Keemstar, DJ Keemstar, you will hear him reiterate the exact same thing, almost like Make America Great Again. He will say, they were my friends. They were my friends. They were my friends. He takes a lot of the stuff in regards to, because I can relate to him about that because I'm just like him in that certain situation. I am your friend, and we either collaborate with videos or we hang out. But if you fuck me over, you are dead. Any instance of you, any associates of you, any content with you, it will all be deleted. It will be removed, so I don't have to see it. But that's where me and him differ, because I would do that, but then he would do that, but take it one step further and then counteract that by trying to make that person's life a living hell. I'm not saying that Daniel Keemstar has a vendetta, but he may have a vendetta. And I would have to say that he got very, very angry because he felt that he did so much stuff for this person, and the fact that getting stabbed in the back hurt him even more. It's one thing to have somebody say, fuck you, Keemstar, but it's another thing to have Keemstar's best friend say, go fuck yourself. So,
and that's the thing. Like, I think the reason why that podcast was so good is that it shed light on a lot of things that I had no idea about. Like when Leafy made all those like Keemstar exposed videos saying that he was talking behind his back with like behind him and Grade A to other YouTubers. I honestly don't know what Keemstar said or what happened, but well, he said that Keemstar called them like pussies because he wanted to make like an esports team, and he wanted to make right. So that's where I realized that Leafy lives up to his hiss meme. He is a fucking snake. He is a dude. It's yeah. Go ahead.
I just want to read a particular comment in the chat room. The Silver Tongue says the baited podcast with Leafy. It's that Leafy's point and defense is shit, because the whole entire hiss, the whole entire lie, the whole entire. I think that he doesn't, in my opinion, there's a lot of this stuff that I say on this show is my opinion, and my opinion only. It does not reflect the same opinions of the friends of Phil. I'm unshamed, but yes, Silver Tongue, I agree with that. I think that, he is so busy that he will lie and not mean to lie, but he'll do it anyway just because it stops the problem. It gets the person off his back. And I believe that in time that caught up to him. But continue. I'm sorry, Space.
You want to know what I think? And I think they made that point in the baited podcast that I totally agree with, is that Leafy saw an opportunity. He said, oh, Keemstar's talking shit behind my back. I'm going to make 5 Keemstar exposed videos, because that was what was trending on YouTube at the time. After the whole debacle with Pyro Cynical and the little girl or whatever, what was going on, and no fuckers making videos on him, and fucking grade A, under A, everybody was doing it. And I think Leafy is such a coward that he was like, oh shit, you know what? Me and Keem aren't that good. Maybe I should do it too, and everybody will have my back. I think he sucks, dude. I think he's a fucking goddamn. It sucks. I mean, it's like it's such a cutthroat world at this point. This whole YouTube thing
in that era, because once you breach that level of the YouTube game where you are focusing on, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to jump into the lion's den, I'm going to create all this stuff, and I may piss off a lot of people, and then I make enemies, I may make alliances. What's funny? YouTube is more or less like a season of Survivor.
Yes, it's like reality TV. That's exactly what I think.
In Survivor, and everyone is pitted against each other, but they won't say they're enemies, and they create alliances. And at the end of the day, when it comes to challenges, I will cut your throat in order to stay there to win the ultimate prize.
Yep. And I honestly think that people are getting tired of it. I've seen less. I don't know. I mean, I've personally seen less videos about this drama, this thing about Keemstar, this thing about Leafy. I felt like it's kind of died down, especially like when Hey Watch Your Mouth made that video on Leafy, like the whole "Hey, is $20 good" meme thing.
Did you, Dolan? I could not stop laughing at that pineapple apple pen. Dolan.
Oh god. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen it. Like I don't find that meme funny. No.
It's like Dolan Dark. I was fucking dying. Fuck, man. It was here. We're gonna pull it up because shout out to Dolan Dark. Send a subscribe to so subscribe to Dolan Dark. Subscribe to Dolan Dark. That magnificent Kiwi with the horrible. Granted, his edits can be really shit sometimes, but he gets his point across, and that's fucking entertaining. He's another person that does not show his face. While I'm pulling up this video, have you noticed the trend of every person who has not shown their face doing a video where they show their face?
Yeah, Pyrocynical did one, and that was just underwhelming for me, at least.
That was underwhelming with the first one, but I was blown away because
Yeah.
that was a small taste, and you didn't expect it. First, you see the thumbnail, and that's his face. You're like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Then you got Casey.
But then, like before I put the video, I saw like the running time, and it was like 1 minute. I was like, wait, what? You mean to tell me you've been hyping up like this video for months for 1 minute, and all he does is make a couple of like bad Hillary Clinton jokes?
It's almost like Ryan Seacrest going, and the winner of American Idol is
After this message.
after this break. So
Yeah.
tell me if you can hear this.
Okay.
With a perfect date night movie.
Could you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, so you heard that audio.
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay, cool, awesome. So I'll be able to play the Dolan Dark thing.
You didn't tie our friends up to chairs and kidnap them?
Wow, she's very good.
Keeping Up with the Joneses, PG-13.
Oh my god, that movie's gonna suck.
PPAP.
I have a
Fat.
I have a apple
Just scares.
I have a
Editor,
I have
Leafy. Is $20 okay?
apple
H3.
Pen pineapple,
Don't give a platform to stand on.
Oh my god, Jesus.
Yeah, I think
That's great.
You know what? In my opinion, I think that focusing on actually talking shit about Pyro, I think, was unnecessary. This almost seemed like the YouTube coverage of drama. We're going through everybody who deserves stuff and doesn't deserve stuff, and it's like, like we said, it sometimes goes off the rails. But I think that we can probably nip the whole baited thing in the butt in regards to, like, we'll give it's almost like the debate speeches. I will give you let's give you 1 minute to wrap up your feelings on the baited podcast, and I will tell you to start. Go.
Okay, I think Leafy should not have made 5 videos on Keemstar just because he called him a pussy. If he's your friend, if a friend calls you a pussy, are you seriously going to take that shit to heart and just hop on the bandwagon to make a lot of ad revenue and get millions of views just because everybody's making Keemstar exposed videos? I think Leafy is just a money-hungry whore. Fuck him. He's a fucking rat. I would never trust that dude. And Keemstar, well, he's an overgrown baby, I guess. I mean, he's overreacting to shit that shouldn't even be taken that seriously because this is YouTube we're talking about. YouTube, dude. Like, calm the fuck down. If somebody stabs you in the back, well, then move on. You're an adult, right? I think that's what should have been done in the first place. Not all this whole shit fucking cluster storm of a scenario. And those are my thoughts.
Great. Thank you very much, Mr. Space, for your time. That was well under a minute, and thank you very much for keeping that. It's funny when somebody says, you know, it's YouTube, don't take anything personally. In my opinion, I think that no one on YouTube should be taken seriously. And
Exactly.
there are different levels of maybe, or I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But, you know, anyway. All right, my time. I can wrap this up. I feel that the podcasts that feature YouTubers that normally don't do podcasts is very interesting and telling because they can be themselves. I definitely recommend the Bro Ken podcast, which features PewDiePie and Cinnamon Toast Ken. You get to hear Felix and how he feels about certain YouTubers. Yeah, you get to see a different side of a YouTuber, kind of like Felix, who's PewDiePie. Also listening to the Baited podcast and hearing Keemstar act the way he does outside of Drama Alert or on Twitter, because you get to see him really angry, personally angry. He gets to explain why he was angry, why he DDoS somebody, why he does this, what makes him angry. get to see inside him that you do not see on YouTube. So there's craziness in the world, and I feel that YouTube is a great entertaining platform where you can make fun of somebody or critique a piece of work like Daddy Derek, but you shouldn't take it seriously. There is a separation between reality and personal life and then YouTube content creation. So
Yeah, it like just like you said, the whole reality and YouTube thing. It's like with that Joey Salads video.
hold on.
Like,
I'm sorry, Space.
okay.
Somebody in
Alright,
the
right.
chat room. Hello, Al. Hi. We are actually, yes, thank you, Silver Tongue. We're talking about a lot of stuff. We're trying to cover it's a coverage on YouTube drama in general. And I think that the not a more or less a debate, but a summarization. Is that a word? I'm not sure. A summary
Yeah.
of how a person my age sees the YouTube drama, and then a younger content creator, DigitalIonSpace, who's from Puerto Rico, quite younger than me, and how our interests differ and relate. So no problem, Al. Okay, go back. I'm sorry, Space.
Jesus, what was I saying? I forgot. Oh shit. Oh yeah, the Joey Salads thing, right? That's what I was saying. Yeah. Okay. Like when you said that there could like exceptions can be made because, like you said, you can't take YouTube seriously, but there are people who do. And then when people like Joey Salads make like a social experiment video and he portrays black people as these like extremely overtly angry and violent people, that has an effect. Like, and I think in real life, unless people are just trolling in the comments, which can also be a reality. But I still feel like it's not good because it portrays a bad light. And I like that interview that Ethan did with Joey, like calling him out on his shit. And even though it looks like Joey, it doesn't look like he's gonna learn his lesson. He looks very reluctant to like admit or even change. I don't know if you saw the video or if you agree with what I'm like saying about that, but
I actually, in regards to the audience listening, if you guys don't know, there's a YouTuber that's on the show that we're talking to right now to answer Al's question. DigitalIonSpace. He's a YouTube content creator, a commentator, and also makes his own original content. He hails from Puerto Rico, and he's been
Boricua.
Boricua. He's been here for the entire show. He's a good friend of mine, and hopefully, I would have to say, in the next coming weeks, we actually have a video that we're doing together. That's a collaboration. It's going to be on his channel, and it's going to promote our stuff here on Dirty Issues. And I would have to say, for the people who don't know who Joey Salads are, or Salad. His name is Joey Salad. It's very interesting. But anyway. He's shifted from doing really dumb pranks to being downright racist and homophobic. He's done a lot, and also I would have to say that he's under a guise of social experiments, but it's gone far too long. He made a fake video where it looked like a young African American gentleman beat up or attacked him because he was wearing a sign that said all lives matter.
Yeah.
And trying to portray that the African American community is violent toward Trump supporters, or I'm sorry, to the Black Lives Matter movement. Like, because they follow Black Lives movement, that, anybody who's opposed to that deserves to get their ass kicked. But in particular, his last video, he said that he drove up into a bad neighborhood, put some Trump stickers on a car, and then he left it and said 15 minutes later, it shows a group of African-American teenagers, probably young adults, destroying the car with weapons. And it was made, I guess, for dumb people, it looked real. And everyone assumed that it was a real event until someone released a video from their apartment window showing that the entire video was staged. And if you're going to make prejudice or racist material that will instigate videos, especially if you end the video by saying, this is how African Americans react to Trump supporters,
Jesus.
And you see in the comments, people actually believing it. Racist people, racist Trump supporters, people who are just don't have a brain in their head to think of, and they're just following sheep. That will make them act out outside of YouTube in their own personal life. And somebody that monetizes on that is unacceptable, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it causes an outrage on both sides because racists and bigots, they're going to be like, I knew it. I fucking knew that they're like that. And then, you know, real people are going to be like, fuck no. What the fuck are you? Dude, no. And then it's just, I don't think Joey Salads knows how much of a mess he's making because it's just a domino effect. It's just one thing leading to the other. And it's just causing more and more hate.
He promoted the video in his first apology video, and it was so fake and insincere. And then another video in response to all the hate, he said he is not taking the video down because he does not want to give up the money. He enjoys earning because I guarantee you people have taken that video and posted it on Facebook, and all their friends be like, I knew it. God,
Yep.
they can't be trusted. I'm like, and people follow this shit. And every time I see something on Facebook, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? With this, like, be like Colossal is crazy. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking fat pig. Somebody. Because you honestly believe this? It's like, oh, it's almost like some clickbait article that you would find on the internet. It'd be like, oh, Hillary did this. Oh my God, spread the word. You do realize that that's not a real website, right? It all comes back to the martinlutherking.com is a racist website. They bought the rights and got the domain.
That's fucked up, man.
But it's like
I
that.
don't know.
People believe it. It's propaganda, racist propaganda. It's crazy. But anyway, going to the comment section, Silver Tongue says Joey Salads has been tossed a lot. He also he also pissed in his mouth, and he also made a video where he did a social experiment where he showed the difference between a religious extremist and a Muslim extremist. And
Yo, I gotta talk about that for a moment because I'm about to reveal a little bit of a personal detail about myself. I'm half Palestinian, so like when I saw that, I mean, I found the video more funny than offensive because it's just absolutely batshit insane. I mean, how can you find something like that to be plausible or even real?
I know, in all reality, it's like somebody that I see in a movie doing a Boston accent and they're doing it horribly, and it's like, that's not real. Get the fuck out of here. And everybody's
it's like,
seriously, this is real.
It's like Joey Salads is in a constant fever dream or something, dude. I mean, he honestly, legitimately, like in the video, he believes that what he's doing is like a service to people.
You know what? You know who else was doing videos for the service of people on YouTube? Mo and E.T.
Yo, the Bradberries. Holy shit. Oh.
I mean, there was a constant meme on YouTube, everyone. It was called, there was a guy, there's one particular brother. There were two brothers, and it was Mo and E.T. And there was, and one of them is Ethan Bradbury. But when they did the video, they're walking down, he goes, I'm Mo, and he goes, I'm Ethan Bradbury. And he said,
dude,
so loud.
Ethan is out of his fucking mind.
He kept putting it in his videos, and he created a meme, and everybody was doing it. Like PewDiePie was doing it in a video while he was touring around Japan. So it was pretty interesting. But
I have a question. Are they self-aware about the meme, or are they just?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's one channel that not only stopped producing that content, they are self-aware of that meme. That's the reason why they did the slamming thing, because they know how ridiculous it was.
God, I could not get through that video like without taking my headphones off. Like it was literally destroying my eardrums.
So much says, God, sexual. Yeah, that sounds like a that brings me back to who's the other guy? The Gone
Sam Pepper?
No, the gone sexual kind of clickbait titles and everything. Crazy kissing prank.
Yeah, the guy with the bracelets. What's his fucking name? Where he makes out with chicks in each of his videos.
That guy is unbelievably. Oh, that like the one. No, the kid who has the Facebook page that's constantly stealing things.
SoFlo, bro, Antonio. Yeah.
Tony, I think, stopped making videos, and he's just focusing on stealing other people's videos and putting on Facebook. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you see a video with black bars above the video and it says something funny, and it says SoFlo, that video is stolen from YouTube from another person, and he was one of the first people on Facebook to start monetizing his videos. So if you watch it, you're helping him get paid for stolen material. So
yeah, don't help that motherfucker out. He's a slimy ass piece of shit too.
Stopped doing their videos, their social because they did pranks, but they got into a lot of shit, and they almost went to jail for that video where it was the Craigslist kidnapping, where they said it was real, and they put out a fake thing, and they met up with somebody to try to sell him something, and then they kidnapped him, and and after they did it, they tried to warn him, listen, this stuff will happen if you're not careful. Insane, because they brought in to sell a TV. The girl came in, and they came in with ski mask and tried to kidnap her and kill her, and she screamed to high hell and ran out of there and was crying, and everyone thought it was real. I think one of the local New York papers were reporting it, and the police actually had to question it, and then they had to reveal, yes, it was fake. Here's the
dude. It's just like Joey Salads.
They think stopping by.
Yeah. Just like Joey Salads, they think that they're doing a public service. I mean, like when they kidnap the guy and they put him in the car, and the guy's like literally hyperventilating, right? They're like, listen, just like you said, you need to be careful because Craigslist is dangerous. It's like, motherfucker, Craigslist is a website that you need to use. Like, if you want to sell things for cheap, you can't instigate fucking terror on everything, because that's what they're doing. They're causing chaos and anarchy, trying to freak people out, and they're making money off of it. It sucks.
They didn't quit YouTube. They quit making, I believe, the last Mo and ET video I saw was on Ethan's channel, and they were just doing the whole hole in the beach thing and the whole entire, that was actually pretty funny. And the whole loops, you could tell that they were self-aware when they did that video, because it was entirely goofy and totally out of character. But the what do you call it? I wouldn't say conspiracy, but the belief that a lot of YouTubers have is Mo and ET stopped making that content, but they are the guys who wear those Spider-Man masks. And
no, that's true. They have a channel.
They make
like that.
Way more money doing that. Like, probably double the amount of money, and that's hysterical because there is zero drama, zero violence, zero anything, and it's so out of character for them. But they make
it's for kids, right? It's just for kids.
Kids is the biggest audience out there. It used to be we're all talking about YouTube drama is the next big thing, and everyone's crazy, and everyone's getting popular, and battle wars, and who's going to be the best. And then you have people dressing up in costumes with crazy
royalty-free horrible music.
Yes. Boys, it seems like we're finishing each other's sentences. This is But I think it's pretty interesting to see that. But you got toy channels, you got openings. And
oh my god, I can't fucking stand those, man.
I actually think that's pretty awesome. It is probably the smartest, like not eggs opening up, but those costume skits, probably one of the smartest freaking ideas I've ever seen on YouTube, because it brings in the views. I have a Spider-Man here. Hold on for a second. Let me.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I've seen his Instagram. This dude has a pretty dope Spider-Man costume, and he was like, I think he was.
I have a Spider-Man costume.
Were you touring with your friends like for Comic-Con or something? Like, were you guys hitting a couple spots? Right, you had like a whole crew, and
we're trying to get that together here.
Yeah.
And put on my mask.
Did you make that yourself, right? That looks so cool, man. That looks really dope.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm DigitalIonSpace.
That reminds me of the time where I had the Deadpool mask for a while. It looks similar. Looks kind of like it. Oh, look, you got the snapback now. Oh, we got it. The DigitalIonSpace's biggest fan.
Use this. I'll just put you in the thumbnail, and I'll have you in the corner. I'd be like,
Yeah.
and then just put you on the side and everything.
that should totally be the thumbnail, man. For real. Yeah.
Oh, that's see. This is a badass mess. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna start making Spider-Man videos with royalty music because I feel like that's probably the only way I'm gonna make money on YouTube.
I'd make one of those, but it would be like actual satire, you know, like it would be a joke. It would be a joke about channels like that, you know, like in the videos like those, like, and if you and it's true, like what you said, that it's smart because you just have to rehash the same idea. You got to have Elsa from Frozen. She's got to be in peril, or she's got to be pregnant, and then Spider-Man has to be her boy toy who has to save her from the Joker or from Venom. That's all you need. All you need, and the royalty-free music. That's it.
Why not? Yeah, so we got this and everything, and there's another person that I'm actually going to be planning to see if we can do videos, but it's more or less the Filthy Frank kind of Maximofo videos where we're doing something crazy. So
Man, I remember Max Mofo back when he used to do like phone call pranks. That was my shit.
Yeah, the Lord of the Dings.
Yeah, man, those videos cracked me up like to the point where I couldn't breathe, and that's really rare. Like that shit was funny. So like when I saw them collabing together, it's like you said, we know old YouTube, and that is, you know, at least that's kind of like a little bit after like the old school YouTube. But yeah, man, I remember those days. That was a shit.
It's so much fun to talk to you about this stuff, and I think that that's pretty much what this entire diecast has been about. I say my welcome. Hey, welcome back. I think we did a show last week and maybe the week before, and then I introduced you, and you know, I introduced you to the audience. Hopefully you'll be able to come back for another episode soon.
Oh, totally, man.
And
totally.
then we're able to just showcase everything that we've seen, and it may go over a lot of people's heads that watch this who aren't familiar with this particular content for YouTube. But I think it's so fascinating, and being able to talk about this and just rap about these crazy things we see on YouTube and the trends, because being in the marketing area, like being a marketing student and also graphic design, making all these things, you know, you got to be able to see trends. And you can see good trends, you can see bad trends, and it all depends on what you want to put all your eggs. Like, where are you going to put all your eggs? You got to put all your eggs inside the drama basket, the commentary basket, the costume basket. It all depends on what do you think is the best target demographic for you. And I think that about does it for us here at DICAST. I would like to thank my guest, DigitalIonSpace, for joining me today on this.
Thank you, man.
Friday.
Thank you very much.
Stopped raining here in Boston. What is the weather like in Puerto Rico?
Well, always fucking hot and sunny, humid as fuck, every day. Even on the winters, it sucks.
It's interesting,
but yeah, what can I do? I live in the middle of the Caribbean.
God damn it! If I ever go to Puerto Rico, I'll stop by and say hi. I've never been there, and it's still a U.S. territory. It's not a state, but it's still U.S. dollars. So I have no problem converting my money. So
yeah,
the money going down and everything. I just have to worry about blackouts.
Exactly. Oh my God, I could go on hours talking about that shit. Jesus, that sucked. I was 2 fucking days without light. Couldn't make videos. I couldn't do shit. I had to go down to Burger King to steal Wi-Fi, light, and air conditioning. That's how I survived throughout that fucking blackout. Oh my God.
Shout out to Burger King.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's see if I can. Do me a favor. Give us your. Tell me exactly where people can find you and all your other social media awesome things.
All right. So people can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at DigitalIonSpace. It's Digital Ion, as in the particle, and space. If you guys want to add me on my personal Facebook profile, my name is Bodhisattva, and Bodhisattva, like the Hindu god, or as I would like to use it in the context of Point Break from the movie, because it's one of my favorites. You guys can add me there. I'm always messing around, posting photos, and updates about things I'm doing in my studio and possible collabs like the ones I did right like today on the DICAST, which has been really fucking fun. And I'm looking forward to that collab video that we're going to release. So yeah, you guys can find me there, and also Snapchat too. And yeah, Twitch too. That's actually how John found me, was on Twitch. And I'm actually going to start streaming soon because Skyrim is coming out next week, and I am like, nobody's going to stop me. I'm going to stream that, and it's going to be lit as fuck.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, that's actually funny because I remember being inside or watching the Double Toasted stuff, and then seeing that on one of the other fan sites for Double Toasted, you posted that you were going live, and I checked you out, and I liked your voice. Is like it's a good, I would have to say good sounding voice, but I would have to say it works. It works. It's not one of these squeaker voices. It's not somebody with a lisp. It's somebody that can actually talk to you. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking about Skyrim and what is the best mods available right now, because PS4 don't got it. Xbox for the win. That's
Xbox
right.
for the win. I would have to say that it's a push. It's a even because PlayStation has the Uncharted 4. You may have Gears of War, but I think that there are certain things. Well, we can get into it in another time.
Touche, sir.
Touche. All right. I am DigTaka, DIGTAKA on Twitter. You can also find me on Twitch now. I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/DIGTAKA. That is I. Also on Instagram, if you like to check out all the other cosplay mask and cosplay creations that I've made. Again, well, that's actually a different one. That's D1 Taka. So kind of like Dai Taka. Dirty Issues. So we're trying to get a lot of stuff. I'm probably going to throttle back on live streaming on YouTube and focus on Twitch, and then taking some of the content from Twitch and put it here on YouTube. But I want to make original content for you, the audience. Original skits, and I have a lot of stuff planned up. I have one particular video that will definitely get the attention of one particular podcast, which is going to be very funny. But thank you very much for stopping by and watching. Odds are you're probably watching this on demand later on the day, maybe during the weekend. Shout outs to Silver Tongue for the interactivity inside the chat room, and shout out to Al, Red Sox fan, for always stopping by. One of the most consistent and loyal followers of the House of FOP, Friends of Phil, and Dirty Issues. Yes. Oh, all right. So, as I always say to you, the viewer, at the end of the videos, I have nothing more to say. Goodbye.